Alrighty guys, we're going back to some more Dragon Quest 1 HD-2D Remaster. Last episode, on our way to save the princess, we found our friends had a bad malady caused by the poisonous swamps throughout the land. So, in our attempt to save different people, we had to not only go to the mage and dwarves and the fairies just to finally get a cure in order to go save everybody that was helping us. After doing so, we not only got a way to get to the princess, but we also got the magical key and another story objective, which is to go gather the items required to make remaining sigils. If you guys want to know what the sigils are, go ahead and check the ending of the last video. Essentially, they're just permanent upgrades for our characters that not only boost our stats and abilities, but also we can use it to make our spells and abilities more powerful. And so, in this episode, we are going to start by going around using our magic key on all the stuff we've skipped throughout the world. But before that, if you guys do like this video and this series, make sure to hit that subscribe button. It'll really help me out, and I'll make sure you don't miss the upcoming videos. With all that out of the way, let's get into it. So, the reason we are doing the magic key exploration right now is because you actually can lock yourself out of the true ending if you do not come here to Tantagel first. I'll be pointing out why exactly and what you do need to do before continuing once we get to that point. But for now, let's just go ahead and start exploring. I will be honest, we are a little bit under-leveled. Partway through this episode, I'll probably be spending a little bit of time just leveling up to a proper level. We'll get to a place that has some metal slimes that I want to go ahead and grind up, but we won't get there for a little while. So we're going to come into this building right here, which was previously locked by the red door. And we have this blue chest right here we can open to get 3,300 gold coins, which is pretty solid. Now we're going to go ahead and head back to the castle where we're going to meet the reason that it'll lock you out of the true ending. So back here inside of the castle, we're going to go ahead and come, I believe, just over... Might need to go over there, but we're going to try over here first because I believe we need to go downstairs. So is there a way? No, so it must be that other building or that other room right over there by the electric floor. Let's go ahead and head west instead. Again, still can't open that door because that is the ultimate key, which we'll be getting, I believe, at the end of this episode. So let's go ahead and head around here. And in the backside, we'll actually pass the locked door that we previously, at the beginning of last episode, could not access. So we'll go ahead and head in here. And in here, we can go ahead and click on this barrel to get a seed of agility. And I believe if we cross over here... Oh, we actually don't want to get here. I'm glad I came here for that seed of agility, but I think we're actually going to the back of the, like, the very back of the castle. Outside, I think. Yeah, we want to come out here because this staircase, I forgot about this staircase. We were able to go down it previously, but there wasn't much down there for us last time. This was all the way back at the beginning of the very first episode. If we head down here, there should be... all the way down here, a blue door for us to interact with. And we can go ahead and... I don't think there's anything in the drawers here. No, we get a dog suit and a mini medal, I think. Yep, there we go. But more importantly, we're going to talk to this man right here. This is extremely important. You do this right when you get the magic key. Ever have I known that one descended from mighty Erdrick would one day visit me here. Dost thou have been able to enter this palace alone, signify that thou art that long-awaited visitor? I have a gift for thee, friend. We receive the Sunstone. Long, long ago, mighty Erdrick did entrust the Sunstone to the man who was Chancellor of Tantagel at the time. And he passed it to his firstborn child, and they to theirs, and so on down the years. Its existence hath remained a secret, even from those of the royal family, even from my own son, who doth now serve as Chancellor. Forgive me, I imagine it was no easy task finding it or me, but these are the steps necessary in order to keep such treasures from the hands of the wicked. Oh, I see that thou art a stoic yet magnanimous soul, just as thine ancient ancestor was, if mine own is to be believed. Thou wilt bring light unto a realm once more, of that I have no doubt. But long now have I kept my vigil here. I grow tired. Soon must I take my rest at last. So do they not find out about it till they're on like their deathbed and they tell their other chancellors? So yeah, he gives us the Sunstone, which is a key item that I believe is required to beat the game. If you come back to this castle at all, there's also a hidden pot like right here we can go ahead and interact with for a Seed of Strength. If we go back to this castle at all here in a little bit, we will no longer be able to get the true ending due to an event that will happen. So we have to come here now in order to talk to him, in order to get that item now before a certain event happens. It'll make a lot more sense once we get there. We'll probably be there, honestly, within 30 minutes. Right after we're done exploring, we're going to go get the event, but I did want to talk about it now. And then over here, I actually missed this one. I didn't even see this barrel. This has another prayer ring for us. So yeah, there's nothing else to do here, so let's go ahead and head to Gwaelin for a few more. There's typically about the same amount during each time we have to come back here, but once we get the ultimate key, pretty much everything's open to us. We'll go ahead and come in here, and we're going to enter this red door once again. And all the way over here on the left side, I actually pointed this out when we first came here. This is a blue door we can go ahead and enter. I believe that'll have a cat suit and a ring of clarity. I think the cat suit typically is the female version of the dog suit. But yeah, you can just be a cat versus a dog. That's it. And then there's nothing else for us to do here except for a dungeon we'll be coming back to later. So go ahead and head to the city of Cole now. We're already almost done. Most of these other areas have like one thing. But we're going to be getting one of the best swords in the game up ahead. This was one of the best swords in the third game as well. I guess it got lost down here in the well because it definitely wasn't in Cole when you got it last time. You got this in the first world. That is the Orochi's sword. We will go ahead and equip it because it is much, much stronger. It can also cast Kasap on a group of enemies. Go ahead and throw that on. Really, really good. But we do want to keep our fairy foil in our inventory so that way we can cast Kabuff on ourselves during certain fights. After that, we're going to go ahead and zoom on over to Reimoldar. And this one's a very small one, but we might as well walk inside of it just to show off all the blue doors. You can see it's going to be right down here to our south. And I think all the blue doors actually look different. They're not like all the same. In here, we can find a chest with some doses of strong medicine. Nothing too crazy, but might as well grab it. Next, we'll go ahead and zoom back to the Cave of Dwarves, where we have a couple things for us. Unfortunately, we had just bought some good armor last episode, but I do think it was worth it that the magic armor we bought, because it made it so that way we survived that one encounter in the fairy forest. Right here, we can get a strength ring. I don't think that's better. I mean, I might do it instead of ruby wristband, though. Increase my attack. We'll do that. Increase my attack by 9. I think that's solid. And then right there is the Suit of Tectonic Plate, which we can go ahead and throw on. That is a almost 20 damage, 20 defense increase, and it provides earthly protection from fire attacks. Go ahead and throw that on. And finally, we're going to zoom to Damdara. And I actually think this doesn't happen until after you get the key. So we're going to go ahead and head into Damdara. We're looking for Gwaelin right here. Or Zaelin, rather. Well, well, 'tis the bold Sir Tales, we meet again. It seemeth that here in fair Damdara was once found orichalcum, a material from which was wrought the sword of Erdrick, hero of legend. And from that self-same material were wrought other fine weapons and suits of shining plate, here in this town so sadly fallen to ruin. Have fiends long since carried off all such treasures, or... And that's it. Nothing else for us to do here. We could go fight that boss now. There are strategies we can use. But again, we're going to get to the point where we can actually grind a little bit later. So we're going to hold off until we're able to grind so that way we can level up. So that way it's less reliant on RNG. So all we're going to do now is we're going to zoom back to Quagmire Cave. As we know, the princess was deeper inside of it. I'm hoping it puts me... Okay, it did put me on this side. All we're going to do is basically go all the way down to the area. Actually, I might even use... We're going to go ahead and assign another command. I like to keep Padfoot. Oh, I don't... Wait, did I not learn Padfoot? Am I... What? No, it's right here. Oh, what I had to do was... you have to toggle it to abilities. So there we go. We can throw Padfoot on. This will just make it so we get less encounters as we're running through this first part. Probably could have done Holy Protection as well, just to make it a little bit easier. But we'll want to fight enemies once we get to the second floor. This first floor has the exact same enemies we fought a while back, and not really anything worth fighting right now. So let's go ahead and head down here. It'll get to the point in the game once you have quick or better ways of grinding. It's actually not worth fighting any battles unless you're trying to complete your bestiary, just because every other fight is going to be worse than your grinding method. So here we go. We are now in the second floor. Our objective is to get to that center point we can see right there. But we got a couple treasure chests to grab, so start by going left here. Ooh, got a couple new enemies. We'll just do fight wisely. Gets rid of the droll immediately, but we have another lunatic. Have we fought the lunatics? They're just giant floating ticks, I've realized. I know we fought the, like, A version of them before. There we go, level 21. I'm hoping to get to level 23. If we get to level 23, my grinding method is actually completely useless. There's Zapple. I want to say Zapple is actually a spell that's only in this game. Because if Zapple is what I think it is, it's just Kazap in later games, right? No, that's just Stronger Zap. I don't recognize Zapple at all. All that was right there was a special medicine. We're going to go ahead and go west this time. My Padfoot ran off. That's fine. We're not going to recast it right now. We'll just keep following this path. And we'll go north up here at this exit. Just some basic skeletons. These guys are going to go down pretty easy. Honestly, should probably do don't use MP. So I don't think we need to, like, at all here. We'll change it once we're in the next fight. Up here, we're at a three-way split. We're going to go left first. And let's go ahead and go to don't use MP. Sometimes it's worth it, but especially if we're one-shotting them with basic attacks like we just did, there's really not a reason to use MP. If we get rid of the Medusa, can we get rid of the skeleton soldiers off a single attack? The sword we picked up there, the Orochi sword. Again, a lot of people would just tend to come save the princess as soon as they get the magic key. So without getting that Orochi sword, which also is just a hidden item, you wouldn't be one-shotting these guys. Right here is a Moonbeam Dew, which is used for the fairies. It's one of the fairy sigils. We'll worry about that once we're out of here. For now, we're going to go ahead and go right. Get through all these Medusas again. And we're going to have a real boss fight. I think the first real boss fight since the end of episode 1. Because episode 2 had that little boss fight, like halfway through it or right towards the end. But it wasn't a real boss fight. There wasn't a single boss with a boss health bar or anything. Just some juiced up basic enemies that you were forced to fight. Starting to get a good amount of XP though. 200. I think it's the first time we broke 200. All the way up here at the end, we will find another treasure chest. I believe the only things left on this floor are those treasure chests. The only other thing was that Moonbeam Dew, but it was marked on your map anyways because it was an objective, so even if you didn't get it, the objective marker would have stayed there, so you would have had to come back later. Because we got to get all of them for the fairies so they can bring back... It's not Ramza. I don't know why Ramza just came to mind. There's a Madcap. So whatever the goddess's name is. I think Madcap's worse, but... Wait. Reduce the amount of MP needed to cast spells. That's not bad. But I don't think it's useful. In this first game, it's probably just best to have as high as defense as possible. Since you're going to be the only one attacked every turn. It's just very unfortunate because some of these are really good items whenever you have a party. Very excited to check out Dragon Quest 2. I've heard a lot of good things about that one. We'll go ahead and grab this item, which is a canna box. Totally forgot about that. But we should have zero issues this time around. Let's go ahead and go to follow orders. We'll open with our Dodgy dance.
Thou shalt not escape.
It misses. Again, I'm really not worried about this one at all. Muster strength.
Thou shalt not escape.
Compared to the last one we fought, we're a few levels stronger and we have way better equipment. Yeah, right there, we just one-shot the cannon box and he didn't get a single attack on us. Wow, didn't give me anything. Go ahead and go up this time. And at the end, we'll have another chest here, which will be a mini medal. Do we really get... We were supposed to get a prayer ring from that cannon box. Did we not get anything? Or did I just miss... Did I miss the little message that said we got it? Well, doesn't matter now. As far as I know, I didn't get it. Doesn't matter. I don't ever use my prayer rings anyways. Right here's a barrel we can interact with to get some magic water. Just because most of the time you're going to use this prayer ring, I use them at the end of the game if I use them at all. Because you really just use them before a boss fight if you don't have the ability to quickly get back to that boss fight without using MP. But by the end of the game, a pad foot plus a holy protection makes it pretty easy. That just wraps around. Makes it pretty easy to avoid most enemies, especially if you've been leveling up. And even if you do, if you follow orders, you can just choose not to use MP, but if you choose don't use MP, then you might only have to heal. But you can also use medicine for that. And right up here, we'll be back to the first floor. And we're almost done with this dungeon. We're just going to head directly right to pick up a Seed of Luck and 211 coins. And from here, all we're going to do is go ahead and head south, slowly going towards our objective. Want to make sure we heal up right before we get to the end, because we'll have a boss fight ahead of us. Hit me with a fizzle, huh? It's fine, I wasn't casting spells anyways. And after we get through this winding path, we'll be able to hopefully save the princess if she is down here guarded by a fiend. I'm not sure if she actually was. Also don't know why it made me fight that rat there. I got 21 experience from it. And I think we'll be fine, but just in case we can do another fight, I'm going to wait as long as I can. Okay. Go ahead and mid-heal. Get myself up as much as I can. We could use a prayer ring if we want, but I'm basically full on MP. Let's do it. Oh, it's the vision she's been seeing.
At long last, one hath come who will deliver me from my plight. Brave hero, I am Gwaelin, Princess of Tantagel. Hadst thou tarried a moment longer, the Dragonlord would surely have made me his bride. Merely to imagine such an unspeakable fate striketh dread into my dainty heart. Ah. I would rather that the world had ended. But tell me, how camest thou to know that I was imprisoned here? Thou wert guided, wert thou not? By whom, and what form did their guidance take? Perhaps thou wouldst be so good as to share?
Sure, it was your dad.
Almighty Rubus! Pray banish these wicked illusions!
I mean, it was also Rubus, I guess. Yeah, shocker. If they can confuse her, they can definitely confuse me.
A phantasm, created by fiends. Come no closer! Admit it. Thou too art naught but an illusion. Thou hast taken
No,
on
I'm
the
real.
guise of a hero, seeking to wrest from me the message with which I was entrusted. Hast thou not?
No, I actually don't care. No, I don't care about your message at all, actually. I'm just here to save you.
What? Thou meanest to do no such thing? Then thou art truly... Oh, no, no! I shall not be fooled so easily. Almighty Rubis, reveal to me the truth. Thou art no illusion.
Yep, I just told you that. And this green dragon is no illusion either.
Dragon? Thou meanest to fight it? This is madness. No human could prevail against such a foe.
And here we go. Another real boss. This is the Green Dragon. In later Dragon Quest games, the Green Dragon actually becomes more of a, I don't want to say basic enemy, but you can kind of find him out on the field. He's also the weakest of the dragons typically. So yeah, this was his first appearance. We're going to open the fight by casting Fairy Foil on ourselves. So let's go ahead and use that.
Thou shalt not escape.
We raised our defense there. And then we're going to go ahead and muster strength.
Thou shalt not escape.
And finally, we're going to use Dragon Slash. This causes heavy damage to dragons. Let's do it. 281 damage. And we're only taking 3 damage from his breath weapons. There is a chance, if we get below HP, we might actually be able to see a boosted version of Dragon Slash. But also, he might never do anything to us. We'll go ahead and use our Fairy Foil again as our Kabuff ran out. Hits me with a Wildfire. Go for a Muster Strength. Okay, we're below half. Do we get to see Dragon Slash now? We hold X on Dragon Slash, and we get double Dragon Slash for 603 damage. Oh my god. We're going to go ahead and mid-heal because we do want to... Yep, we're about to have a problem because what he's going to start doing now is he gets 2 attacks per turn. Sometimes he does that, though, being really dumb, and they all miss. Let's go ahead and muster strength. Double Wildfire. Honestly, I can't really ask for anything better than that. Go for another Dragon Slash. Good dodge. There we go, 268. His thing ran out too, so let's go ahead and mid-heal. Good, he just went for a single breath attack. Go ahead and go for another muster strength. If I would have known that, I probably would have stayed below half just to guarantee I got the double Dragon Slash again. Okay, now he's at red HP, so now he adds another attack to his repertoire. It's Inferno right there. Only does 48 damage to us right now, though, so we're in a really good spot. We're now below half again, so a single double Dragon Slash should finish this off. There we go, 589. Double Dragon Slash is from the sigils. Not like we had a choice. By this point, you had to have the sigil. I guess you didn't have to go back to the fairies. If you didn't go back to the fairies, then you wouldn't have that double Dragon Slash. For that, we get 2540 XP and 2200 gold, which is enough for our level 22. Fortunately, if we level up again, we won't be able to grind in the spot I want to grind in, but we'll see.
The beast is vanquished? This is my necklace. I mislaid it when the fiends took me captive. I had thought it lost forever. Thou hast my heartfelt thanks. 'Twas a gift from my beloved mother. Yes, thou art just as I imagined. Thou art he. I am sure of it. I thank thee once again. I truly, this time, am Gwaelin, Princess of Tantagel. Hadst thou tarried any longer, I fear I might have perished in this place. But I knew that thou wouldst come, brave hero. I kept the faith. Thou wishest me to know thy true name. I see, and a very fine name it is too.
My name is Tails. I am a hero.
Almighty Rubus hath entrusted to me a message of great import. In it lieth the secret to our world's salvation. She bade me impart it only to he through whose veins floweth the blood of Erdrick. And now here thou art. And the message is this. The sacred egg hath been tainted by the night. A great darkness shall soon engulf the world. The power of the land shall fade. Sun, rain, and rain's bow, all shall dwindle. Unless, bold hero, thou canst stem the tide and see the land blessed once more. In the far south awaiteth one who knoweth all. Go to their aid. Go southward with all haste. Forgive me. My duty done at last. I feel surpassing faint. Wilt thou escort me to my home, the palace?
Sure. Tails takes the princess in his big, strong arms.
Oh, how kind of thee.
It's not panning off this picture what's about to appear. Yep. Such was the message entrusted unto the princess. Dragon is defeated, aye, by a human, a formidable one indeed. Good job, princess. You couldn't have waited till we, made it back to your castle? Very well. You shall be dealt with. All shall be as thou willst it, master. And so we've rescued the princess. Now, this is what's very fun. You have two options. You can deliver the princess back to Tantagel, or you cannot. There is absolutely nothing forcing you to take her back to Tantagel. And in fact, if you take her back to Tantagel right now, you will be locked into the normal ending. That is why we had to go to Tantagel and get the Sunstone first. Because if we take the princess back to Tantagel right now, and you would have to if you did not have the Sunstone, then it will lock you into the normal ending. To get the true ending, we actually need to keep the princess with us. So, we're going to keep her in our arms for a long time. What I'd recommend you do is go to any town. We're not going to go to Tantachel at all for the rest of the playthrough, I don't think, just because I don't know if it's going into the castle or going into the city itself that locks us into it. But if you want to see both endings, just go ahead and make a backup save, because you could just go ahead and continue on with this save as normal to get the true ending, or if you want to see the normal ending, take her back to the castle. I also think you could just make a save right before the final point of no return, and if you do so, you could just load that one so you can see both the normal and true ending, but we're just going to go ahead and make a backup save there. And I promise you the playtime hasn't been 8 hours, I just left the game running for a little while. We'll go ahead and continue. And now we're going to go ahead and run a few errands before we continue with the princess. Let's go ahead and start by zooming to the fairy village, as we do have a new sigil to activate with the Moonbeam Dewy that we just got. So let's go ahead and run over here to the right. And we can go ahead and enter this place. We should get the moon seal or moon sigil here. Something tells me you got a little present for me, Tails. Fairy sticks her hand in Tails' bag and pulls out the Moonbeam Dew. Ooh, it feels all peaceful and it smells lovely. Anyway, let's get to work, shall we? Oh my, that really took it out of me. But we got there in the end. Let's see now. It feels sort of tranquil and calm. I'd say this must be the moon sigil. Well done. Tails, here you go. Tails receives the moon sigil. That leaves, 2 more to go, right? The Moon Sigil. Simply having sigils in your possession can grant you all sorts of special effects. The Moon Sigil makes some spells more likely to be extra effective in battles. In practice, this means that offensive spells can deal more damage, and healing spells may recover more HP. And so that's it for this area. So we're actually going to go ahead and head to an area we could have gone to a long time ago, which is going to be just southeast of the Field of Flowers. You can kind of see a little clearing here, which we're going to be going to. That way we can actually start cashing in some of our mini medals that we've been holding on to. So we'll go ahead and head just directly southeast. We want to go to that little building right there that you can see just down by the forest. And I actually think I got lucky. You'll also see that the princess is just kind of here with us. She doesn't do anything. She might cast spells, I'm not sure. These are metal slimes. This is probably the most, in all my Let's Plays that I've done, if there's an enemy that is hard to kill, runs away quickly, and gives a lot of experience or rewards, I always refer to them as the metal slime enemies. That's because a metal slime only has 3 HP. However, they are very hard to hit. If you do hit, you can only do 1 damage unless you crit, and they have a 30% chance to run away. I actually don't know the best shot here of doing it, because again, you want to deal damage to all of them, but they're also immune to spells. I think we just go for normal attacks and just hope for the best. One of them fled. Okay, they're all frizzing me, which is nice. Okay, we do 1 damage to that one. Ooh, they might only have 2 HP in this game. Hold on. I missed. Never mind. Another one fled. We miss. Oh, come on. Oh, we didn't get any of them. This is the place I want to grind, is like right here. So I'll do it till I'm at least level 23. But we're going to go ahead and enter this area. This is the Citadel. We'll go ahead and look around here in a second. But first, we saw that little sparkle over here to the north. So let's just run over here. And to pick up 173 gold, a file of oomph power, and a pair of asbestos earrings. Now we'll go ahead and run back south into the Citadel of the Monarch of Metals. We'll just auto fight wisely. These are chimeras. I'm pretty sure these are Hocus chimeras, not just basic chimeras. They didn't look like your regular ones, but I didn't know for sure. If you want to yell at me, at least do something, princess. So, here inside the Citadel of the Monarch of Metals. This is the place where you cash in your mini medals. So, we'll go ahead and head, I believe, southeast over here. And there should be nothing in here for us. Oh, no. Okay, so these are all the prizes you can get for your mini medals. I won't really be talking about each one individually because we're going to be getting all of them. There's only 40 mini medals in this game. Typically, this Gringam Whip is like one of the final ones you can get. I think we have like 21 right now, so we should be able to get all the way up to Banishing Bell. So we'll go ahead and go north here through this star door. And there's 3 chests we can open. This one is with the Thief's Ring. This one is with the Sage's Ring. We get a Phantom Mask. I think that's a good mask. Yes, it is. Allows the wearer to avoid more enemies' attacks than usual, so just increase our evasion. And we can't open this one just yet because we don't have the final key. And then we can go ahead and head to this corner where we can find 3 more chests. We can get a Pirate King's Pendant, a Re-Heal Scroll. I've actually never heard of that one. That Pirate King's Pendant increases our defense. Actually really good. But we're going to hold off on using the scroll because we're about to get another one from the guy up here. And there's also a service you can use over here. I think it's this person. They'll let you rename your character. No reason for us to do that, but if you want to, you can. And we're going to head up here, and this is the Monarch of Metals, the King of Metals. They're called different things in every game, and this one it's Monarch of Metals. I am he, collector of that most maximally magnificent of minuscule marvels, mini medals. Aye, thou standest before the one they call the Monarch of Metals himself. Well now, such a minimal wavering of gaze, such a maximal muscle in both leg and arm, such purpose. Aye, thou art possessed of maximal metal-seeking potential, or am I not worthy of my crown? Shouldst thou chance to come upon a minimal number of my beloved metals on thy travels, pray bring them to me forthwith. And of course, it will not be for charity that thou laborest. I can offer thee a fine array of rewards depending on the number that thou bringest before me. A pretty agreement, thinkest thou not? Minimal effort for maximal reward. Now go forth and seek the world's greatest treasures, my young metal-seeker in the making. Bring to me an even minimal number of metals, and I shall reward thee to the maximum of my ability. And then he'll just basically, he's going to say the same thing at this point over and over again. Tells you how many you've collected so far, and then tell you what you get for each one. So we get a prayer ring at 5. At 8, we get a pair of Scholar's Specs, which increases our magical damage. At 10, we get a Wild Side Scroll. At 12, we get Glumbaloro. And 15, we get a Dragon Shield. And 17, we get a Swallowtail, which is a boomerang. And at 20, we get the Banishing Bell. And that's it. All we can get for 21. At 25, we get a Scourge Whip. So, we'll go ahead and now quickly go use our items. We get the Wild Side Scroll. And that teaches us Wild Side. I want to say Wild Side's a really good ability, but I can't remember. Let me go check. Allows you to act twice per turn for a wee while. Yeah, it's really good. It's probably going to be good whenever I'm trying to grind the metal slimes, because again, I want to be up to round level 23. We're going to be able to grind up to like 30 very soon, maybe even between episodes, but I want to see if I can at least try to kill a single metal slime. And there's Reheal. So, with that, I actually want to see what Reheal does. I've never heard of that one either. Gradually restores HP. Okay. So, with that, we can just go ahead and leave and head to our next destination. Before we do anything, we're going to head over to this pond over here to our east. And right over here, we can get a suit of iron armor, a ring of clarity, and we can go ahead and look. The Dragon Shield is not as good as our Tempest Shield. I'm shocked, actually. I highly doubt Glumbalaro is better. No, but it has the amount of MP you want if you use to cast spells, if you want to do that. And not much else we can do. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit over here. I'm going to grind some Well, here they are. I was gonna say I'm gonna grind the metal slimes, but let's follow orders, fight, and let's actually open with a wild side. Gives me the highest chance of attacking twice, and if they do only have 1 HP, you don't see they do like no damage to you either. I think what you can do is you can counter. You can use the thing that sometimes lets you counter attacks, and I think that also gives you a good chance. But I don't think you can counter magical spells, so you'll see there we automatically attack twice, missed both, of course. Please, it casts Frizz. Come on, let me hit one time. I might have to go see if I can find a weapon that increases my accuracy. I don't think that Swallowtail was any better. But actually, I might put on the Swallowtail for grinding these metal slimes. Because it doesn't matter how much damage you do. There we go. Okay, I gotta hit him one more time. I probably should have done Wild Side. No. It missed. You're kidding me. Let me see about equipment. If I throw on the Swallowtail... I mean, it really doesn't matter, because... we're throwing the Swallowtail just so we do more damage to every enemy. And I'll actually show another easy strategy for getting these. If we use our commands and we assign this to... oh, we don't have Whistle yet. If we had the Whistle spell... we can immediately call in enemies. That's a little unfortunate there. Musk also attracts more enemies. Might just use our Musk. I didn't want to set that on. Let me actually go. Yeah, because that's going to annoy me. Let's just use a Musk here. And let's just run around, see if we can get any more metal slimes to spawn in. I can't believe I missed. Oh my gosh. I was just sitting here and I was like, let me show whenever I am able to like weaken a metal slime. And so I was like, let me just throw a boomerang. And I crit. I just got a really lucky crit on this metal slime. And immediately killed one of them. Which like super sucks because again I wanted to show it off when I killed one. But I did kill one. You can see we're going to get about 1,000 XP. Almost no gold coins, but there we go. We reached level 23, which again was my goal anyways. There'll be a way better way to grind later in the game, like right before the end, that we'll end up doing. Once we get a certain item from the Monarch of Metals. So for now, we don't really need to worry about it. Very unfortunate I didn't get to show it off, but we at least got a kill on the metal slimes. Again, incredibly lucky crit due to my high luck chance. So from here, we're just going to go ahead and head directly west here. I think I still have Musk on, which will be a little bit annoying as we're running through here. But there's another metal slime. I actually hope he flees. Well, there we go. There's another lucky crit. Well, we at least got to see it one time then, huh? Not gonna get a level up off that, unfortunately. But we actually got to see the crit in action, so that's fun. We're just gonna follow this path all the way to the end there. You can see where our objective marker is. So let's see if we get any more. Dude, all the metal slimes are showing up today, huh? Unfortunately, doesn't matter too much if we're not killing them. And they're missing us, we're missing them. You can basically get a weapon later that makes it so it automatically hits every single metal enemy. So it's less RNG because you know you're going to hit every turn. It's just a matter of can you hit before they run away. So you're looking for lucky crits. It's also a boomerang, so it'll hit all of them. You're just looking for lucky crits like that. Holy. Yeah, not enough for a level up because we're just at that point in the game where we would need to fight like 4 or 5 groups of metal slime. We need to kill like 4 or 5 metal slimes in order to get a single level up. But we can just go ahead and start making our way up here. Again, that Musk is going to be a little annoying because we're going to be getting into a ton more fights than usual here. Drop Miracle Slash heals you.
Thou art a hero indeed.
And there we go. Musk's effects runs off. And here we go. We are entering the Weird Wood. So what we're going to be doing here in Weird Wood is we actually just need to run around a whole bunch. There's not really much else for us to do. So we're just going to keep following this path, getting into fights as we do. And eventually, something will happen. It's quite literally from everything I've seen. It is completely random. In fact, I'm probably going to throw Padfoot on because we are going to be running a ton here. So again, just going left to right, up to down, whichever direction you want to go in. It really doesn't matter. You can go left, go up here if we want. We'll go ahead and go this way. You're going to just keep going through all these different screens. I think I'll just go the same way every time. Left, then up again. Then all the way up here. And we'll do it again. Oh, the tree enemies. These are also a pretty common enemy. The Medusa I've never seen before, so it's very interesting that some enemies just didn't make the cut after the first game. Ooh, tree face is big. But then there's Tree Face, who stuck around forever. Good amount of XP from that guy, too. So keep following the same path. We'll probably have to use Padfoot one more time, too. At least. I did see that it could take... It took somebody 20 minutes of this just running around until they finally got the event to happen. So I'll give it like one or two more before we just come back when the event happens. And it's gonna like stop you. You don't have a choice. It's like you will know when that event's happening. So this will be the last time. If we don't get it, then I'll just run around till we get the event to start, and I'll time how long it takes for us to get it done. The Gorgon is defeated. Let's see, shall we? Very unfortunate. Okay, so it's only been like 2 minutes, but I saw a path that people are recommending that might be able to get you this cutscene. I don't know if it's required or if you have to do it. So let's go ahead. My Padfoot's still active. We'll go through the same exact path we've been doing. Come up here. And then we're going to, this time, go a little bit different. We're going to go left, up, right, and then up again. And there we go. There's a cutscene. Looks like you only have to do it a few times and you just get to this spot and it'll actually start this cutscene. Something is amiss, wouldn't thou not agree, Tails? Though 'tis surely madness to suggest it, we appear to be treading the same ground over and over again. Thinkest thou that this might be... O mighty Rubus, I call upon thy holy power. Reveal the path ahead. The illusions are gone. The path ahead is clear. Onward, beloved. Whoa. Are we there yet, princess? We're going to go ahead, and now that the illusions are cleared, we actually have a map that we can view. So we're just going to go pick up all those chests, which I would have known that a little bit earlier because, I mean, again, I didn't run around too long. But, you know, running around for 5 minutes when you probably could have done it way easier would have saved me a little bit of time. I was just went ahead and looked up Weirdwood and found that there is an actual path you can go in that is apparently the right path. I guess the idea is that you wander around going down different paths until you end up discovering it. But if you go down on your first trip, you actually won't get the cutscene. So you have to get lost a few times, like go down different pathways a few times. There's also Lightning Slash, really good spell. You have to get lost a few times in order to actually trigger that. So Padfoot again. I'm going to go through a ton of MP trying to get Padfoot to activate here. We might have to warp out and then come back since there is another boss fight here, which is very surprising. So come over here to the left and grab the Files of Slippery Sap. And there's actually a better weapon for us here. It's crazy that you can just get a whole bunch of weapons. There's actually a weapon you could have bought back at the mini-metal store. That is a really good weapon. It's higher than most things that you can get at this point. Higher than the weapon we're about to get as well. There's the Siren Sword. This is the weapon I was talking about. We'll just go ahead and use it. Can cause confusion, but increase our attack by about 9. You can buy some claws back at the mini-metal location, which are better than this sword, but it's extremely expensive, so I'm not going to do that. Also, we got our MP back from that level up, so might not need to run back to town before we get to this boss fight after all. Come on. There we go.
Done.
And then we'll just go ahead and head all the way east now for the next treasure chest. There goes Padfoot again. And all the way over here, usually you would hit a wall right here that would teleport you, but instead we can run up here to the top left corner. I believe this is a mini medal. Yes, it is. Only one more chest for us to get, so it'll be to the left, directly up, and all the way to the left. I also think we're officially at the point where we are at such a high level that Padfoot is keeping almost every enemy away, because I've gotten into... I don't think I got into a single fight that... Well, of course. I was going to say, I don't think I got into a single fight that entire Padfoot cast. Of course, it had to happen right there at the end, but made it pretty far without any encounters. So we'll go ahead and just head straight up here. Go to the left. Usually we couldn't go to the left because we would get blocked as soon as we got up to this path. And we would get teleported back to the start. But all the way over here, be a chest with 1,400 gold. So next, we're just going to go all the way to the east, back to where the spell was dispersed, and we can go into that top right exit. So right up ahead, we are going to have a boss fight, so we're going to do a little bit of prep work. We're going to throw some strong medicines on my character. Didn't mean to do just one. Let's do like... Well, I guess one more. I think we'll... that's fine. I think the problem is we need to put a lot of these away. We need to bag stuff because you can only have a certain amount of space in your inventory. So let's just bag up everything but my Rochi sword and fairy foil. There we go. And now we're just going to go ahead and head up here to the northeast. We wanted to have those because there's a chance that we can get hit with a fizzle spell and are not able to cast spells during this fight.
There thou art. At last we have found thee. High and low have we searched, hoping to make ourselves useful to thee in thy quest.
Princess, to see thee well is a gift indeed. Please, Majesty, proceed, and know that thou needst not look back, for we follow in thy wake, ever ready to come to thine aid.
Almighty Rubis! Pray banish these wicked illusions!
Again we fail to fool her.
Wert thou truly a soldier of Tantagel, thou wouldst know to call me Highness, or Gwaelin, as I bade the one thou dost so clumsily mimic address me when first she came into my service. 'Tis thee, is it not? The self-same fiend who did imprison me and torture me so with illusions?
We meet again. Thou art a danger to our plans, and thus thou must needs perish. Our master will not suffer thee to live. When thy noble savior lieth dead, princess, perhaps we might finally succeed in breaking thy spirit.
He shall not be bested by the likes of thee, fiend! The light shall prevail!
There we go. This is the group of mirages. This is actually not a terrible fight, although it might look it. Also, I just noticed that our weapon changes. I think that looks really good. We're going to open with a re-heal spell. Tries to hit me with a dazzle, but we're fine. There we go. We get the re-heal. So we're going to constantly be healing at the end of every turn. And then after that, we're just going to go for a call of, or the wild side. Gonna make it so we attack twice per turn. Then if we want to, we could go for a dodgy dance to avoid most attacks. But I think what I'm just gonna do is go for a Zapple and just see how much it does. 111, 104. Not quite enough to kill, actually. I was expecting a little bit better. We'll go for a normal attack now. Yeah, we do more with our attacks, unfortunately. They have a little over 200 HP. But you'll see that the gimmick here is that they call in more enemies. They can only call in a certain amount. So they can only call in up to Mirage F. So, as long as we kill enough of them, they will eventually not be able to summon anymore. They're going to be draining our magic. We lose our re-heal, so let's go ahead and make sure to reapply that real quick. This is just because we might run out of MP and we might get our spells sealed, so we wouldn't be able to heal ourselves. Wild side. It's also why I went ahead and threw some of the medicinal herbs on our character. So that way, if we do run out of MP or can't cast spells and we absolutely need to, we can heal. There we go. Get rid of C. And we crit on D. Doesn't really matter because we don't one-shot when we crit. Ooh, we did get envenomated there. We're not too worried about it. That sucks that he dodged every attack, though. Still going for the drain magic here. My re-heal wears off, but I think we're going to be fine. Holy. I missed both of those. And then my wild side wears off, too. Let's go for a re-heal. Fortunately, I don't think we can do wild side anymore. I think we just have to focus on using our healing spells to actually heal ourselves. We'll be fine again. Let's try to kill Mirage D, because this is the last one. They can't summon anymore. There we go. Okay, we are in danger now. Let's get a mid-heal. I believe that mid-heal was actually boosted there from our ability that, or one of our sigils. Ow, we're almost out of MP. We should be able to finish this off. My re-heal's gone. There's no point in even recasting at this point. We're on our last Mirage, so maybe I should have dodgy danced. I'm not even going to risk it. Let's just mid-heal. I just need to hit him 2 times. There we go. There's 1. Goes for a dazzle, which means a poison hits next.
Oh no!
There we go. I was like, I really need to get the kill here. I wasn't going to die off poison, but if I didn't go first next turn, I was dead.
Such cowardly sleights of hand could never fool a hero.
Mirages are defeated. And we get 2940 XP and 492 gold coins. Not quite enough for a level up, unfortunately.
Curse me, hero! But thou shalt proceed no further in thy quest. That country hath power of darkness.
A fairy? Might I ask who thou art?
Not just a fairy. I am the leader of all fairies. Those horrible monsters trapped me with their illusions. But thanks to you, I'm free now. You have my thanks, Scion of Erdrick. And you too, Gwaelin of Tantagel. Do you recognize me now? That's right. I'm the one who's been talking to you in your dreams.
'Tis an honor to meet thee, Queen among fairies. Almighty Rubis spoke of one who knew how the power of the land might be restored, and her blessings regained. Was it to thyself that she alluded?
It was indeed. But I won't be able to do it on my own. I'll need a hero to help me. The Dragonlord grows stronger with each passing day. We have to... hurry. Sorry, I don't think those illusions did me much good.
Thou hast plainly suffered much. Aye. We must needs see her to safety. Come, to the village of the fairies.
So yeah, we finally saved the chief of the fairies, like the actual, queen of the fairies, the boss. Boss, is it really you? You're alright, thank goodness. I'm sorry to have worried you. Oh no, you're not alright at all, boss. Boss? I'm just tired, that's all. Just need to rest. Everybody, come here and help me carry her. And somebody get some medicine. She's asleep now. A little rest and hopefully she'll be well enough to tell us what happened. I can't believe you rescued her on top of everything else. Can you please stop exceeding my expectations? It's very annoying, you know. You don't need to apologize, stupid. I was being nice. The boss said there's something she needs to talk to you about. Can you stay here in the village for a bit? I'm not sure when she'll wake up, but don't go anywhere, alright? So yeah, we just have to pass time. So we're just gonna run around talking to some of the fairies. None of their dialogue matters. Talk to Overseer here. If we want to, we can go ahead and head to the northeast corner. Am I dying to this poison? No, but I will need to rest as soon as possible. Go ahead in here. Talk to some of these fairies. Yeah, don't touch anything in here. Talk to this fairy. Tells me good luck finding a sigil. Talk to this fairy. Yeah, something of my sigils. But you. You're dropping the boss. Hello, cat. I don't really think there's anything for you. Oh, hello, slime. I'm not a bad slime, Schlurp. Maybe next slime. What did it say? Would you like to have a wibble and wobble with me? Sure. Wibble wobble, wibble wobble. Wee. We'll go talk to this fairy. I think we just have to talk to all of them, actually. Nothing from you, Sunny Fairy. Nothing for you, Arm Twister. Daydreamer. Oh, that's just Princess Gwaelin. Oh, and oh, they ran. I thought that was the cutscene we needed right there. Come up here. We actually might need to go talk to the sigil lady. Has my objective changed yet? So wait for the boss to wake up. Let's head inside. Yeah, just a little longer. Sure. We'll go talk to the sigil lady real quick then. See if she matters. Oh, sigil lady. Okay, there we go. So we just had to talk to all the fairies. We might actually only need to talk to her, but I think just talk to every fairy. And then we can go ahead and go check on the boss. There you are, Tails. I wanted to say thanks. I couldn't have got rid of those monsters on my own. I couldn't have even found them. They had me trapped in this awful illusion. I don't know where I was. That was why I had to use all my power to try and bring you two together. The prophesied hero and the princess with the special message from Rubus. And bring us together thou didst. I thank thee from the bottom of my heart, my lady. Yes, it looks like it worked all right. Maybe it wasn't my power that brought you two together after all. Maybe it was destiny. Indeed it was. Sweet, sweet destiny. Hehe. You're embarrassing me, princess. Stop it. You're making me sick. Anyway, we wanted to say thanks too for saving the boss. Well, this is all very nice, but it's not getting us any closer to doing as Rubus asked. She spoke of the need to see the land blessed once more, and of one who knew how that might be achieved. Was it of thee she spoke, perchance? Yes, we need to summon her back to Alefgard. That will bring the blessing back. It's like I said when I split ever explained to you for a very good reason. She's off in another world right now. And while she's been away, the Dragonlord has appeared and the darkness has got everywhere. Now she can't come home. The power of the land is being eaten away, and the power of the rain and the sun and the rainbow with it. Without those, you can't get over to the island he's on. Before long, you won't even be able to reach the Dragonlord, let alone defeat him. Then what must we do? We need to carry out a special summoning ceremony. It's not easy. We'll need a few things if we want to get it right. The first of which is the fairy flute. It's one of the only 2 instruments in the world capable of playing a melody that she'll be able to hear. If you remember, we actually already got the fairy flute back in Cole. The other is the lyre of ire. You'll need that too. Song played on both of them at once is the only thing we can be sure will reach her. And if you know anything about the lyre of ire, that is the thing that Gwaelin used back in Dragon Quest III, which means his descendant should have that, Vaelin. We just don't know how to get it from him. We also need some extra special items that can channel the power of nature, drive back the darkness, and create a path of light by which she can re-enter the world. 5 of them should do it. That is referring to the 5 sigils that we need to collect. The sigils. Exactly. So that's the fairy flute, the lyre of ire, and the 5 sigils. Gather all those, and we'll be able to carry out the ceremony and return Rubus and her blessing to the land. And give you a way to reach the Dragonlord's island and get the Sphere of Light back. We try to get everything ready ourselves, but we're no good at fighting, and it seems like everything involves fighting these days, so we need the help of a generous and noble hero. Wait, you've got the fairy flute already, have you? I should have known. As for the lyre of ire, all we know is that there's all kinds of legends about the hero in a town called Cantlin, I think. So maybe you can find some clues there. If we don't stop the Dragonlord soon, the darkness will take over Alefgard entirely. So you have to hurry, Tails. Find the things we need for the ceremony and bring them to me. And so we need to summon Rubus, and so begins the largest portion of this episode, which is going to all the different towns that we need to go to. So first we need to go to Cantlin, which you'll see is actually over there to the southern continent. It's on the southeastern side. It is our next destination, but to reach it, we actually have to go through the forest we just came from. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and heal. I'll probably just zoom over to the Gwaelin home. I'm going to heal up here, and then I'll meet you guys back where we just fought that boss. Also a great time to show off that sleeping at inns does not heal poison. I'm at full HP. But what you have to do, because I don't know if we actually get squelch in this game, we need to come and purify to get rid of the poison on our character. Only costs 10 gold, so go ahead and purge the poison. All right, back at the crossing where we went to the northeastern corner and fought the illusions. Go ahead and get rid of this Gorgon. And we should now enter the same area where we fought the boss, but this time we can actually explore here. So you can see we have a pretty big map here. In the northeast corner is, I'm sure you can guess, one of the sigil pieces we need. So we'll go ahead and start by going just directly north to grab this chest, which will be another scroll for us. We also level up from a fight. We're now level 25. And we get, nope, no squelch. Go ahead and grab this for the Hocus or the Focus Pocus scroll. I want to say Focus Pocus is the same as Focus Strength, but for magic, I think it buffs the damage of your next magical spell. There we go. We learned Focus Pocus. Guess we can check real quick because that's an ability. Oh, is it not? Is it a spell? How am I just missing this? Oh, right here. Restores MP. Oh, I actually didn't know that. We're going to go east now. We're going to go to this northeastern corner so that way we can pick up the piece for the next sigil. Fighting through all of the different Gorgons that appear to just be annoying. We'll go ahead and head here. And are we going to get into another Gorgon fight? Yeah, how'd I know? And we can pick up the Undying Flame. Only one more to go. We're going to hold off on returning to the fairies for a little bit, just because we want to finish exploring this area. I'm actually just going to pad foot here, just because there is a ton of exploring to do in this dungeon. We don't want to get into a million encounters. Next, we're just going to head to the southwestern corner, follow it north, grabbing the last chest, and we'll finally be able to exit the Weird Woods. This is, again, the Weird Woods is just such a long portion of this episode, just because there's so much going on. So many enemies to kill. You have to go through the maze in order to actually get the boss to spawn. You have to fight the boss, go back to the fairies, come back here, run through the whole thing again, picking up all the chests, and then finally we can make it out and head towards Cantalin. But because it's a brand new continent we've never been to, there's going to be a ton of secret spots and shiny spots to get as we run through there. So as we go to these next few areas, it'll be some of the last areas we actually need. Here's a canna box. I'm sure we're not too worried about this. It's actually some of the last places we'll need to explore in the game, but there's going to be a lot of secret spots as we go. So just exploring this final continent is going to take a little bit of time. We get a prayer ring. That time I saw it for sure. And we'll head up here to our final chest, which is going to be the Thief's Turban. The Thief's Turban defensively is actually better than our Phantom Mask. However, our Phantom Mask gives us the increased evasion. So if you want to, you can use Thief's Turban, increase your defense by 2, or you can get the increased evasion. What I always say is if you evade, you don't take damage at all, so your defense doesn't matter. So I will be keeping the other mask on. So out here, we're going to start making our way northeast, but be careful as we're running through here. There are enemy types called Golden Golems. The Golden Golems are really nice to kill. They give about 2,000 gold once you do kill them, but they do a ton of damage to you. I just want to make sure... Yeah, we want to cross this bridge to the east because... Okay, there's a place right here for us to enter, which is a teleport spot back. That's why we wanted to go ahead and enter it. This is the Wayfarer's Inn, just an inn for us to rest at, but we can go ahead and grab this pair of slime earrings. And if you want to, you can grab the Dragon's Bane Claw, which again are really good, the Flame Shield, which is really good, and the Flame Armor, some of the best armor in the game that reduces the damage from ice spells and attacks. I'd be shocked if you could buy any of that, but we're not going to pick that up for now. Just wanted to show that off. And then all the way over here, we can go down this well. And we can see that locked chest. Can't get to it yet. But more importantly, right around here, will be a mini medal for us. So we'll come back and open that chest once we get the ultimate key. But nothing else for us to do in this place till we get the ultimate key, as there's 2 chests and a door for us to open. So instead, we're going to go ahead and go back west, and we're going to go to that sparkle you see right up there to our northeast, just by following this forest area right here. And this will be only 2 sparkles on our way to our destination of Cantalin. So, okay, just in Infernal Armor, was a little worried we were going to have to deal with the Gold Golem already. Gold Golem has the chance to one-shot us, so we honestly probably want to make sure we're healed outside of battles. If we get into a single fight with a single Golem, we probably can take it. And again, it gives about 2,000 gold, so kind of worth fighting. We get a strong medicine and a seed of defense right there, but very dangerous. So we basically want to increase our evasion as much as possible, so that way the gold golem cannot hit us, as it only does physical attacks. Another one of these skeleton guys. I honestly could just make it so that way I can use MP again. Let's go back to fight wisely. Because if we need to, we can always fast travel back to the, we can fast travel back to that, little resting place that we were just at. The Wayfarer's Inn. Sure, we heal up. Surprised I don't have full heal yet either. Holy. Go ahead and cross this bridge here. And we'll go ahead and cast Safe Passage so we don't take this poison damage. And we can go ahead and head directly south to the city of Cantalin. But if we go east from Catelyn, so we'll head kind of southeast here, we'll be able to find another sparkle for us. It's not too great, but it'll get us a good amount of gold over here, so we'll go ahead and pick this up. I think it should be directly east of Catelyn. Right there. I could just barely make it out all the way here in the corner. I just wanted to show off that I died to 2 of these trees. I don't know what my last autosave was. These are just regular tree faces, too. We're going to continue from autosave, and we're going to hope for the best. Oh, thank God. It actually wasn't too far back. Okay, let's try this again. All right, Sparkle's like right here. Very hard to see, but we get 613 gold and a light shield. Light shield's not anywhere near as good, but the gold was the reason we came here. So we're just going to head west, back through this forest. And there's our gold golem that I was worried about. Follow orders. We're going to open with a dodgy dance.
Thou shalt not escape.
Holy. He hit me already. Going to go for a muster strength.
Much better.
He musters his strength, so this is why it's lethal. He could just one-shot me here. I can go for a flame slash and hope we one-shot. Please dodge, please dodge. Oh, thank God we dodged. Pretty sure that would have insta-killed me. There we go. And for defeating a gold golem, we get 1990 gold coins. Really good to grind if you're looking for fast money. Just come fight some of these gold golems. All right, now we're just going to head west back into Catelyn, where as soon as we enter, we'll get a little event here. Did I really? Oh my gosh, I was so worried. Are these just regular tree faces? Yeah, I don't know why he hurt me so much. It's because they attacked twice, but that's ridiculous. He full healed. This dumb cure slime. I should have just attacked him the first time.
Oh, no.
I think I killed with 2 attacks. But man. I don't kill with 2 attacks. Or 2 flame slashes, I don't think. Please kill. Thank God. I was like, I do not want to lose this one being this close. And I mean, we are at the doorstep. And after defeating a gold golem and getting all that money, we need to make sure we're fully healed. Because again, we're going to have something happen as soon as we walk in. So let's go ahead and I have to come from the other side. That's why I got into an encounter. There we go. And here we go. We have a fight with a regular golem. It really isn't too difficult, especially if we just fought the other one. We'll go ahead and open with a dodgy dance.
Hero!
Makes it so that way he has a higher chance of missing. Muster strength. He takes a defensive stance, but it doesn't really matter. Then we'll go for our gust slash. Doing 286 damage to him. Ooh, he is a beefy boy here. Let's go for another muster strength. He musters his strength, so we're actually going to go ahead and defending champion.
Thou shalt not escape.
Oh no!
That way we reduce the damage he takes. And then we'll go for our gust slash.
Please, no!
Ooh, he attacked first. This could be a little dangerous. Let me mid-heal, please. Oh my God, we survived that. I don't think I out-heal his damage, though. I really need that full... I should have fairy foiled.
Thou shalt
I
not
should have
escape.
fairy foiled to increase my defense, and I didn't even think about it. Because now, I don't know if we can outpace his heals. Dodgy dance. So that's the problem, is he's going for that again. Let's just hope he misses. If we need to... Okay, he misses. We say if we need to, we'll do something a little bit different there, but let's just start gust slashing. He attacks me. My defense returns to normal. It's fairy foil again, just in case it gets through. Gust slash again. He defended. That sucks. My fancy footwork staying up for a while here. There's my dodge is gone. I'm running real low on MP here. Go for mid-heal and hope he misses. No, we're fine, we're fine, we're fine. I might just have to resort to normal attacks now. We will see who wins this battle of attrition. Fairy foil.
Not today. Much better.
Pretty sure he will always now. I think we need to Orochi sword. Yep, he takes a defensive stance. I knew he was going to. That decreases his defense. And then attack for 154 on a crit. My dodgy dance wears off. I don't think we win this, unfortunately.
Thou shalt not escape.
Let's just defend. Oh my god. I think I just played it wrong right off the bat there. Fairy foil. Attack. Attack again. Oh, my dodgy dance wore off, and I'm out of MP now. Yeah, I think that's a loss. I think we have to hop back in here. Let's hope the autosave... Yeah, any crits. Let's hope that autosave threw it down right before we walked in. I knew this episode was going to be a little bit longer. As soon as I saw the amount of bosses we were fighting, I think we still have one more boss to fight, too. My dodgy dance wore off. Let's just try again. I mean, again, yeah, I'm lost. That's unfortunate. Let's go ahead and retry that. I didn't notice you could just rematch when you're in boss fights. Okay, let's play this a little bit different. Let's go for a dodgy dance immediately. And he crit me off the bat, dude. You're joking. That's annoying. Items, fairy foil. Dude, why? Why is he hitting me every time this time around? How do I respond to that? Let's just go for an attack. He has to miss the all-out attacks. If he doesn't, we can't win. My dodgy dance is gone.
Thou shalt not escape.
I don't even think I wasted turn with fairy foil. I think I just have to rely on dodgy dance or I lose. It's almost worth reloading an autosave too to come in with max MP. We'll see what happens. Because the problem is, even if I spam Gust Slashes, which does more damage, I'm going to run out of MP so fast. Good miss. Gust Slash. My dodgy dance runs out. We dodgy dance again. He misses. Of course it happens now. And if I come back in with full HP too, what'll happen is he will miss every attack. And so I won't even need the MP that I just used. Using all my strong medicine, because again, I want to save my MP. My dodgy dance is gone. That's unfortunate. And he goes first. He misses anyways.
Thou shalt not escape.
Gust Slash. He hits on every regular attack and misses with his all-out attacks, which is wild. That sucks, that defensive stance. Yeah, he misses that one. Gust Slash. I have at least one more turn of dodgy dance is gone, but I think I go for damage here. I have to hope I kill right here because I can't win otherwise. No. Oh my god, he musters his strength. Hold on. Nope, I lost. I can't believe it. I cannot believe this. Yep, there it is. Did I think that the golem was going to be my hardest fight thus far? No, I genuinely did not. Let's go ahead and use all my seeds because we've been just stockpiling them. So let me go crack those real quick. Okay. And then let's throw on... Where is the... Where's all my rings? Where's the things that heal me? Am I blind? Are they not an equipment? Are they an item? Yep, rare ring. Let's just hope I don't break a ton of them and just start cracking a bunch of MP. 215 should be good to beat this guy. And let's hop in. This time for real. All right, we know the play. This is the last time I'll show it. If we fail again, we fail again. Dodgy dance.
Much better.
And then I'm actually going to go with a wild side.
Thou shalt not escape.
This also lets me double Gust Slash for a while. He attacks and misses. Gust Slash. I thought about doing this strategy last time. The problem was, if I did this strategy, I didn't have enough MP to make it useful. So we'll go for another dodgy dance. He hits me.
Thou shalt not escape.
We go for a strong medicine and hope he misses. Perfect. Then we wild side again. He takes the defensive stance. Perfect, because he won't do it twice in a row. Gust Slash twice. I just need him to miss all of these again. If he starts missing all his attacks again, we just win. The thing is, it actually doesn't... Wild side right now. We can't do it again because wild side takes the MP, and it's not like it actually... You're not casting twice for the cost of once. You still are casting the MP of 2 attacks. We're just going to make sure we don't die here.
Much better.
So you're basically just... You're using the MP of your... Shoot. Using the MP of wild side in order to just use the same amount of MP for Gust Slash. So it just... come on. It just speeds it up in that... And then he goes first. Oh my god. It speeds it up in the amount of time it actually takes, but it doesn't speed up the fight. Like, it doesn't make it quicker or easier. That's crazy. We're coming back when he's at red HP. I should have won that by a mile. Critting twice in a row, dude, and getting a lucky with dodgy dance up is dumb. What's crazy is I looked this up, too, and everybody is using this same strategy and having next to no issues. I'm just getting rolled, man. Like, he is just high rolling on me on all these crits. His luck is higher than mine. And see, then he misses that, which is awesome. Goes to a defensive stance, so I burn MP. All out assault, thank god it misses. Yeah, it truly is just... I'm getting worse rolls.
Do not falter.
Thou shalt not escape.
Because this fancy footwork, he has missed so many attacks without dodgy dance up. I think he has landed more attacks with dodgy dance up. Like, I lose right here if this sticks. So we're just gonna hope it misses. And there we go. It truly came down to, does he hit or not? That is crazy. Not a single person I found online, because I was just curious, not a single person I found online had any issues with this golem fight. I might be underleveled, maybe, but the next best place to grind is past Cantilin. So maybe I should just use the diamond and hope for the best. Here we go, in Cantilin. We still have a little bit left in this episode. I'd say we might go a little bit over 2 hours on this one. It's going to be probably closer to the first episode. Well met, Wanderer. Thou hast bested the golem that did guard the town, then thou art mighty indeed. We are in thy debt. Too long have we been trapped here, unable to venture beyond the walls. There's an achievement for killing that golem, by the way. The creature was the creation of a mage of old, who did breathe life into the statue that fair Cantilin might be watched over by the stoutest of guardians. But then foul fiends did appear, and by some nefarious means did corrupt our noble protector, turning it instead into an ignoble oppressor. 'Twas an ill-starred day indeed. It was just as my master said. One whiff of darkness and the golem was ours to command. And now the treasures of this pathetic town too are ours, the sword of kings best among them. Curse you. Cease thy noise, human. The time for bargaining is over. All that remains for thee is to die, just as did the citizens of fair Damdara. Man, we were at Damdara. Cowards, do you fear the power of heroes? You would invade our home, poison the mind of our beloved golem, and raise Damdara, all that thou might obtain the relics of mighty Erdrick? Plainly you are afeared indeed. Insolent dotard. Yet your quest is futile. There are more treasures than merely the sword of kings. You shall not acquire them all. Those that remain, the prophesied hero will surely come to claim, and still he shall be your end. Thou, what knowest thou of such things? Seize him. And so the fiends did carry him off to their stronghold on the Weeping Isle, which is our next destination. It is thanks to his distracting provocations that we were saved from certain death. Of this, I am sure. But the golem did remain fuddled, and so we, in turn, remained trapped here in town, unable to escape and seek the aid we so sorely needed until now. On which subject, if I might ask, what brought you here to Cantilon, friends? We seek the Lyre of Ire. Knowest thou aught of its whereabouts, good sir? Lyre of Ire, thou sayest. It is a matter concerning which our beloved priest would surely be well informed. Alas, as I have said, he is... But hold, friend, surely thou dost not mean to go to his aid, even should this be thine intent, I fear 'tis impossible. Weeping Isle lieth off the coast to the north of here. The only means by which one might reach is to the bridge to the northwest. Alas, that bridge did collapse some time ago. Try though thou might, even one such as thyself shall not cross it. There is no means by which it might be mended. And shouldst thou seek to rebuild it, the fiends would surely descend, and many would surely die ere the work could be completed. Perhaps if a means of rebuilding the bridge ere the fiends could think to stop it might be found. I know just the people. Perhaps, alas, I fear such a means is beyond us. Oh, beloved priest. So, we actually need to go visit the City of the Dwarves. New entry has been added, the Hero Souped Up Skills Part 2. We can go ahead and go take a peek at that. I think it'll just give me an idea of what we would get for our next skills. We can do Undead Undoer to Pearly Gates, Demon Demeanor to Quadra Slash, and Defending Champion to Pin Cushion. But, more importantly, it's time to start exploring. We're going to go ahead and go left first. We can see that the town is pretty vertical. I do remember this town from the 3. I believe this had a monster arena in it. We get 31 coins. And next we're going to go into the inn. And in the upper right room, we can find a magic water and some boxer shorts. I'll make sure we got fully healed off that. Yes, we did. Couldn't remember if we leveled up. Next, we're going to leave and enter the building to the south of the inn. Just down here. We can find a Seed of Wisdom right in here. And upstairs, we will find a suit of iron armor and an attacker scroll. I don't think the suit of iron armor is better than what we have right now. It is not, but we'll go ahead and quickly learn that attacker scroll. We're actually going to get another scroll, so I should just waited, but... Because right over here, there's a bunch of bookshelves here that just talk about different spells and stuff from the third game. If we interact with this one, we get the More Heal scroll. Thank God, that's the one I was saying we really needed before that last fight, or else we were not going to outpace his damage. There we go, we learned More Heal, which I believe heals for 150. So we'll go ahead and throw that on our shortcut commands. 164, interesting. go ahead and leave this building now because there's nothing else for us. And we'll go south once again. And inside this building, we can find an NPC. Our family did once tend to shop in the desert town of Dumdara. Alas, monsters did lay waste to that ill-fated place while I went abroad to sell my wares, and my grandfather, Magog, who did tend the shop in my absence, was... For a mercy, my journeying did earn me sufficient means to establish myself here, and thus did I begin again. Thou wouldst know the whereabouts of my family's premises in Dumdara? Memory serveth, they were in the east of the town. So yeah, he's basically hinting at the boss, so we need to go fight there. And here we can get a hardwood headwear and a suit of chainmail, both of which I don't think chainmail is better either. Hardwood headwear for sure isn't. Chainmail is one of the worst we could possibly get. And then over here to the left, how do we squeeze in there? I think we can go around. I guess, yeah, we could have gone south. I didn't see that this was a way. There's going to be a item hidden right here. There we go. We get the 2-leaf clover, which I think... Was it not? Is it an item? Oh, it's a key item. I actually didn't know that. And then to the east of here, we can go ahead and find a blue door we can enter right here. We talk to this man. He's the one that we just saw go, oh, I know, that was Scholar. Maybe Scholar isn't Old Priest. We do most fervently pray for thy success, hero. May the holy light protect and guide thee. Now set thee forth, and may the search prove fruitful. Soon the power of that great talisman with which Lady Rubis did confer her favor upon, mighty Erdrick, shall be thine. Thanks, man. Next, we're going to go over here to the left of this little pond to find a pot with a medicinal herb. And over here to the east, we can actually make it into the equipment shop, but first we want to talk to this person. My father's father did often tell a curious tale. He spoke of his friend Magog and of a chest containing a great treasure which he did bury beneath the tree behind his shop. Basically, that is the same guy, the same thing the other guy told us. We just need to go back to that town to find the chest that Magog left. And then we'll go ahead and head in here. And in the weapon cellar. And we can go ahead and look at the new items he sells. Two very notable ones are the Raging Bull Helm and the Dragon Mail. It's highly recommended that we get both of these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up the Dragon Mail. We will be back. And we will get the helmet. But we're going to go outside and we're actually going to grind the golden golems to be able to afford it. But first we're going to go ahead and finish up looking at everything else here. So we'll go ahead and exit now. There's a lot here in Cantolin. And we can go ahead and enter the east side where we can find a leather suit. And a file of oomph powder. And then 2 pots for a seed of luck and a file of unsealant. Then we can go ahead and check this barrel for Wayfarer's Clothes. And if we come up here to this graveyard and check this rightmost grave, we can find a mini medal. And you can go to this item shop if you want to, and another equipment shop. Not really much for us to do. This is a priest to save our game. I'm for sure going to save after we got through that boss fight. So let me just quickly save our game. And there we go. We're going to continue. And up here, we can just grab this pot for some vials of holy water. Again, not really anything worth going in here for this equipment shop. And then up here in the top northeast corner will be... this is guy, but this isn't what I'm looking for. I want... Maybe it's up here. Maybe it's inside the building. There's a pot around here we want. Nothing in here. Let's go up the stairs. Right here. This barrel. Oh, nope. I want the barrel. Gives us a seed of agility. And a chest we can't open just yet. And if we jump off that balcony, we can talk to this man right here. This will make a fine hiding place. None shall find me here. I need to only wait until the heart dieth down. Who art thou? What business of thine is this? Begone, thou sticky beak. So, with that, all we're going to do now is go ahead and head out here. And like I said, my goal right now is to try to get about 8,000 gold. That way we can pick up our helmet we want. So I'm just going to be doing this for a little bit, and I'll see you once we have enough gold. All right. Took about 7 or 8 minutes in order to get 2 golden golems to appear. I was actually about to give up and just sell some stuff, but we should now have enough to come in here and purchase our Raging Bull helmet just barely. Go ahead and pick that up. And what super sucks is this is only going to be used for like a very short amount of time. We're going to use it in order to get a better piece of gear that we wouldn't normally be able to get at this point. So either way, let's go ahead and head on over to the Cave of the Dwarves, as those are the people we want to talk to help us repair the village or repair the bridge. So we'll go ahead and enter here and talk to, I think this is the same guy, right? Huh? Thou needest a bridge built, and with surpassing haste? And trust in us, friend, though the us in question may require some convincing. I fear my companions will not be readily to the aid of humans. Nonsense, we shall go, and happily. Truly, thou jestest not? Truly, we are none too fond of humans, 'tis true, but this fellow here hath tickled us mightily with his strange ways. He did risk his own life to save that of a dwarf. Unheard of, ridiculous, delightful. Besides, if thou goest alone and the bridge doth fail to be rebuilt, the name of all dwarves shall be Mud. Hum, brothers. Very well then, let us away. We walked really far. Dwarves, and no small number of them. Is this thy doing, wanderer? But how? Pleasantries can wait. What is needed now is timber, and plenty of it. Timber? For what purpose? For what purpose, he asketh? Why, to rebuild the precious bridge, of course. A single evening's work will escape the fiend's notice, I presume? A single... You are truly able to perform such miracles? That which is asked of us, we do. Wait here, and all shall be well. And you thought we were almost over? Yeah, right. We still have like two more big places to go through here.
The time hath come to reclaim the ancient power that is mine by right. What? Thou refusest me? Then I shall just have to try all the harder.
Chill out, Dragonlord. 'Tis done, the bridge standeth once more. The rest, friend, is up to thee. Surely dwarves are capable of such feats as this? Zounds. So we want to go talk to this guy who's being creepy over here. Thou didst best the golem that heretofore none had bested, and did enlist the aid of dwarves, though such beings despise us. Truly, thou art he. And now we'll just go ahead and try to leave town. And we get one more cutscene. Hold! Wouldst thou humor an old man ere thou departest, friend? 'Tis concerning our priest who is abducted, as though by now surely knowst, a great man indeed, guardian of the legends of heroes, and much more besides. Though a man not blessed with the best of luck, young was his wife when she passed away, and the son she bore him did quit his home, never to return. He resideth now in Drumdara, where he laboreth as a merchant. The rumors are to be believed, or rather, he did. The rumors also tell that Drumdara was razed, and its citizens slaughtered. The news did wound my poor old friend more than words might express. Long did he mourn, and deeply. I am sorry indeed to hear it. The fiends who did murder his beloved son are his sworn enemies. Not one word would he relay to them, though they torment him without mercy, and so I fear they shall have no choice but to... I beg of thee, ere they lose patience and do away with him, go to his aid. We shall, and not so solely because we have need of his aid in turn. He is plainly a man well beloved. It pleaseth me greatly to hear it. I am in thy debt. So, before we go anywhere else, it's time to go to Drumdara. This is a place that is completely optional. We don't have to go there. However, I've been talking about a boss fight that is here, and at this point, we do want to try to beat him. With the upgrades we got here in Cantolin, the shield and the helmet, it should be a little bit easier. Won't be completely easy, but should be a little bit easier. We're just going to go ahead and... Actually, I kind of want to fight the goodie bags, but we're just going to flee from these battles. Because we want to run over here to the east side, as I mentioned. And we have a quest marker, like, right in front of us here. Flee from this battle. And I'll go ahead and use my safe passage just in case, because right here, we've heard about legendary treasure here. A guy's son was here. There's been a lot here talking about this town. So let's go ahead and fight this boss and hope for the best. This is one where I might have to beat my head against the wall for a while. This is the Knight Aberrant. The strategy here is very similar to the Golem. We're going to open with a dodgy dance.
Much better.
He's going to attack. Something we can use is actually Cop Out. The way Cop Out works is it potentially deflects enemy attacks onto an enemy.
Much better.
This is one strategy you can use. And if we do this, there's a high likelihood that he hits himself. The problem is, it is completely random whether or not Cop Out actually works.
Much better.
So you can see we're currently dealing damage to him. Bounce wore off, my dodgy dance wore off, so we're going to go ahead and dodgy dance again.
Thou shalt not escape.
And we can keep cop-outing. And a lot of the times it is going to go ahead and reflect back at him. So it's a really easy way to just deflect the damage back at him. This is one way you can win, but again, there's a chance it just doesn't work. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to do this strategy for a while till we run out of MP or lose. And once his HP gets a little bit less, I'll go ahead and hop back over here. The reason this is such a good strategy is because he also has a chance to use Cop Out. And if you hit him when he uses Cop Out on you, you can just insta-kill yourself, especially if you're using something like Wild Side or Muster Strength. So it's just a very safe way to do it. And as long as you have the MP to get through it, it really shouldn't be a problem. We keep the Dodgy Dance on because if it does get through, if my Cop Out doesn't trigger, then Dodgy Dance has a chance to trigger. So there's a very, very low chance you actually take damage. I did get hit once during this little encounter, like right there. You can see we took 186 damage. Odds are he's not going to go for 2 attacks in a row. Okay, even if he does, it misses. So then we'll go for a Cop Out. Or you keep doing this. You can see there, he put me in yellow immediately, which is very scary. Now he can keep doing this and spam buff, which is why part of this is just RNG, because we just wasted an entire Dodgy Dance and didn't get a single attack off. So we're already about half MP. We're just going to see how much we can do here. I don't actually know what his HP total is. That does really matter, because I want to know if it's possible to kill him right now with the amount of damage he's doing. Another reason we got that armor that I was talking about is because he's super weak to Demon Demeanor. Yeah, he's not even close. We should probably just go for Demon Demeanors now. 107. The problem is that's about how much he's doing to himself right now. He's going to start bouncing. My dodgy dance wears off.
Much better.
There's the helm splitter that lands. I might not have enough damage with my current setup to get through him. Ooh, he just put me to sleep. That might be a loss. We wake up, luckily, but I need this more heal to stick. I need him to miss, too. Cast Bounce. Demon Demeanor. Helm Splitter misses. As long as Helm Splitter always misses, we're fine.
Thou shalt not escape.
The problem is only using Cop Out. You're going to run it. Oh, gosh. You're going to run out of MP pretty quickly. I do think we can beat this. We might just have to change our Cop Out strategy to just going for Demon Demeanor immediately with dodgy dances. Because I think they do it costs about the exact same amount of MP. Let's see. And again, it just comes down to RNG, because if he misses those attacks with dodgy dance, you're set. But right now he has the Helm Splitter on me, yeah, which lowers my defense, which does a ton of damage to me. Another reason Cop Out is so good, he's out of MP. Another reason Cop Out is so good is because, ow, when he starts doing desperate attacks like that, oh boy, we'd be able to reflect it, but I just don't. I mean, we'll go for a single Cop Out. He's out of MP, so very unfortunate. My dance wears off, and we can try to confuse him. He's resistant to it. Yep, that's a loss, unfortunately. No. We'll hop back in. We'll try again. We're going to try the same strategy, but this time we're going to throw in Focus Pocus, restoring MP each turn. And this doesn't do an insane amount, but it should make it so that way I have a better chance of winning. I have one more strategy I can use if this doesn't work. We'll see what happens. The strategy is very fun because he will eventually run out of MP and will just attack every turn. So he is at the point where he is out of MP. He cannot cast anything, can't cast Helm Splitter, can't do any other move. So at this point, it's just dodgy dance, turn 1. If he happens to hit me, we can easily out heal since he can't Helm Splitter me anymore. And we're just spamming Cop Out. We should win. I was able to keep my HP or my MP much higher with Focus Pocus. Some turns I would get much less damage off because I would need to heal, and then Focus Pocus would lose a little bit MP. But Focus Pocus will always outpace your Dodgy Dance and Cop Out, because Dodgy Dance is 4, so you would gain 1 MP through Dodgy Dance. And then I'm not going to actually heal just in case here. And then Cop Out's 2, so you'll always gain 3 MP from Dodgy Dance, or from Cop Out. So odds are you're always gaining MP, and it's also very hard for him to actually land a hit. It is possible, like you saw, it just did, but there we go. We get to beat the Knight Aberrant.
It fought with such ferocity.
Honestly, wasn't that bad. I beat it second try, or third try. You guys saw, I only cut out just sitting there while I spammed the A button. We get 20,000 XP and 7,500 gold coins. A lot of people said they actually got 30,000 XP, but I think you only get 30,000 on Draki Quest mode because you get increased XP on Draki Quest. So that's just proof I didn't change the difficulty at all. We got 3 levels up and got Falcon Slash, also as well as a treasure chest with the Ogre Shield. And if we check that shiny spot on the tree there, we can pick up Erdrick's Armor. I believe this is the best armor set in the game. So yeah, we get the legendary Erdrick Armor. We can go ahead and throw on our Ogre Shield, giving us an additional 40 defense. And we can go ahead and throw on Erdrick's Armor for an additional 40 defense as well, and we will never take Erdrick's Armor off. So yeah, really solid, and honestly glad we came here because it's going to make the next few dungeons much easier. So we're not quite done. We have one more dungeon we need to go through. It honestly isn't that big of a dungeon, but I am expecting about a 2:15, 2:30 video today. So let's go ahead. I'm going to quickly head back to our Gwaelin just to save, and I'll meet you guys at our next destination. So, right outside Damodara, we're going to go ahead and actually use Holy Protection to make weaker monsters ignore us, as well as a Padfoot combo, hopefully making it so that way we get less encounters. We're going to head down to that bridge right there that was just formed, so we'll go ahead and go south through this desert, and then east to that bridge. You can actually see where we're going to be heading is going to be that shiny spot right there. That is our first place we're going to be going, just north of us. So as soon as we cross this bridge, we're just going to head north and then west at this first little left here. This is kind of like a three-way path. In the original Dragon Quest III, there actually wasn't anything down most of these paths. I think it was just the second path. So right here will be that shiny spot. We get antidotal herbs, Jeeper creepers, and a diamond. And then we're going to go northeast. So we're going to head all the way back over here to the east and go to the northeast. Our next destination is a little deserty area up here. So we'll head up. And we want to end up in this little crevasse area. You can see there is a secret spot there for us as well. But there'll be another blue sparkle for us before that. We'll go ahead and just come over here. And in the first branching path here, right here, there should be another blue sparkle for us all the way down here. Good thing is we're actually not getting into a lot of enemy fights here because I believe now that we've hit level 29, that boss is a boss you're not supposed to beat for quite a while. Most enemies are staying clear of us, plus with Padfoot combined, even if there is an enemy that's strong enough to fight us at this point, odds are we're not actually encountering them. Most people beat this game around level 42, between 42 and 45, so we're actually making good headway. Typically, you don't want to fight the boss we just fought until you're around mid-30s, but using the cop-out strategy as well, you're literally copping out, as well as, we're going to go southeast here. The armor we picked up, we were able to tank a lot of those hits. There'll be another sparkle right down here for us. Right here. With slippery sap, two-leaf clover, and Jeeper creepers. And then we're going to head west for a secret spot, since we have not found a secret spot in quite a while. This is actually an armor set we probably should have used while fighting that guy. We're going to be getting the armor set called Spiked Armor. A lot of people use it when fighting him because when you take physical damage, it deals damage back to the attacker. So what people would do is they would, right there we get a strength ring. They would do the cop-out strategy, but if it missed, they would also take damage from hitting you, basically making it so you're always dealing damage to them. So right there's that spiked armor. And right here is a mini medal. Unfortunately, there's another chest we can't get yet, but we will be back for that later. So, a lot of people recommend doing it right now because that is a little bit better than the armor we had bought, just because it does damage back to that boss, but we were able to beat him with the cop-out strategy. So, what we're going to do now is we're going to follow this little valley all the way north to our next destination, the Weeping Isle. We'll go ahead and cast our Padfoot Holy Protection once more. We'll probably need to heal up our MP before we finish off this dungeon, but we'll see how far we get. We are, again, slightly underleveled for this area. We probably want to be around level 30 before we go in here, but Holy Protection Padfoot's going to be a good example of how strong we are, because if we don't get into any fights, then we are strong enough to deal with all the enemies in here. So here we are in our last little dungeon for this episode, the Weeping Isle. Go ahead and just start making our way through here. This is going to be another one of those dungeons where you have to go up and down a ton. So we'll go left first. Up here, we can find our first chest. Gonna keep our Padfoot Holy Protection on, because again, it seems like it's keeping all the enemies away. A file of Hextract right there. This is another dungeon you can grind into about level 33. Might do that between episodes, but we'll see what happens. We're very close to getting liquid metal slimes, so might want to hold off till I get that. Down here to the southeast is our next chest with a musk. And then over here to the west, if we check the ground right around, it'll be somewhere around here. Should be a zombie mail for us. There we go. There's our zombie mail. And then we'll go north, and I believe north again, or west again. We'll go ahead and get this chest for a mini medal. There we go. And then we'll go back that way I just ignored. And there'll be another spot we can just examine on the ground for another item. Unfortunately, at this point, almost everything we can get, unless it's a weapon or a shield, is not going to be good enough for us. But this one should be right around here. There's a choker. And now we're going to go ahead and go down these stairs, or up these stairs, to the next floor. And this is a pretty big area. We're going to go grab that chest right there. I think there's actually only 2 floors to this, but it's a lot of up and downs. So we'll get about 4,000 gold. Holy. We'll go ahead and go north. Where are the other relics of which thou spoke? Thou wilt tell me. I will not. Though you kill me, my lips shall remain sealed. Ah, insignificant worm. Stubborn fool. Yeah. Gotta go save the priest. Go ahead and go down the staircase. And we'll just go right again to get our next chest with a coagulant. You can see why it's much easier to get through this area. Because we were able to go fight that boss. Even if we got into fights with the Erdrick armor, we're going to take very little damage from attacks. So, Padfoot, Holy Protection. And go around this way, back inside. And we will be on our final floor right up here. We'll just start by heading south, where another scene will trigger. Heed me, thou rock-headed dotard. Shouldst thou choose not to speak, others will be made to suffer and to die. Chief among them, this exquisite specimen, whom we did bring back as a prize from fair Dumdara. But how? Thy face is suddenly surpassing pale, sir. It is just as my master said, you humans are cursed to care for one another, and therein lies your greatest weakness. Now spill the proverbial beans. The relics of thy precious hero, where are they to be found? Wait, not this. Anything but this. Oh, we gotta reach him quickly. We're going to go right first, where there's a chest waiting for us. With another mini-medal. We're getting very close to being done with mini-medals. We are way over halfway done now. And then we're going to go ahead and head west this time. I think there's... yeah, everything else is right up there by our destination. We'll go ahead and head west from here. And we'll go back up here. Follow this path all the way over here to the left. And we're just going to follow this path all the way back up here. Effective Padfoot wears off. Holy Protection wears off. Go ahead and reactivate both of those. And up here we can find... this is not actually where the enemy was. We can grab the crack skull. Or skill scroll. Some Jeepers Creepers. A Thorn Whip. A Phial of Holy Water. And a Staff of Sentencing. And more importantly, the Stardust, the final sigil for the fairies. And now we're going to go ahead and quickly use that Crack Skull, because that's going to be very important for an upcoming fight where enemies are going to be weak to ice damage, and Crack hits all of them. We learned Crack. And now there's another chest we cannot access yet. This is going to be with the ultimate key, which we will be getting right at the end of this episode. We'll be able to come back here basically at the start of next episode to pick up that item. Go ahead and head left. We probably should have gone back to the ferries and already got the second to last sigil, but we went ahead and waited since we were going to get the last one in here. Head back outside. And now we can follow this path. And we'll go back inside, and we'll actually be our last chest down here. Padfoot Holy Protection. Actually, I think that's all the chests. Oh, we actually got into a fight. Some crabs. Let's just fight wisely here. Almost think I didn't use my spell, but we definitely did. And up here, we'll be in the final little area. Take this path up. And we'll follow this all the way to the left over here to get a seed of magic from a barrel. Right. Oh, it's not even from a barrel. It's just on the ground. Seed of magic right there. And finally, we will head up where... Go ahead and... Do I have any other seeds I could use? Go ahead and pop all these real quick. They're super quick. I think we only have one of each of them. 200 luck is not bad. Wisdom's actually really good to use there since we are about to spam some spells to beat some enemies up here. We'll go ahead and use a prayer ring real quick. Try to get up to about 200 MP if I can. Perfect. And no rings broke. And now, let's go ahead and head up here.
So that is where the ultimate key is to be found.
Mine own end of the bargain is fulfilled. Now free my son, curse thee!
Thou speakest of bargains. I remember no such thing. Our orders are to kill all humans, groveling ones included.
Thou faithless scoundrel!
There is no need for that. But for thine insolence thou shalt fly first. Bazaar!
Please, no! Ah!
Who sees this? Come fly, come fry, come one and all. We must see that this worm burns.
There we go. Get ready for boss rush and story beats. There's really not much else for us to do here. Go ahead and follow orders. And all we're going to do is use the crack spell.
Oh no! Oh no!
You can see we're taking almost 0 damage. That hits everyone for about 89. And they're already all in red or yellow. So one more crack should get rid of most, if not all of them. Yep, there we go. That is that quote-unquote boss fight complete. And we level up to level 30. Perfect timing, because we have 2 more bosses to go. We get Kasiz.
A resounding defeat. But I have an ultimate key to find. Apologies, but I have places to be.
Father, no!
He is the son. The one thought slain in Damdara.
Forgive me, Father. 'Tis my fault. 'Tis all my fault. There is naught to forgive. That thou yet livest is all that I could have wished for and more. Thou hast my thanks for coming to our aid, friend. Thou art surely the hero we have awaited. And now 'tis my turn to apologize. The relics of mighty Erdrick that were entrusted to our care, the fiends now have them.
'Tis no fault of thine, good priest. Please do not blame thyself.
Thou art kind indeed. I pray only that thy companion here might deliver us from evil at last. Father? Father!
The priest breathes his last. His son is overwhelmed with grief, and Tails decides to escort him back to Cantlin. Go ahead and just run down here to the graveyard.
He was a father to us all. The people of Cantlin shall miss him greatly.
He was mine own true father. And yet since childhood I did scorn him. So strong was his love for the people of this town, I did fear he loved me less than they. But despite my scorn, he did sacrifice all for my sake. No truer love was shown than that he himself did show. Father, forgive me. I loved thee in return, though I failed utterly to show it.
A sound so soft as to entrance and set the human heart to dance throughout the years.
Ah, this poem. 'Twas one dearly beloved by my father. It speaketh of the hero, doth it not? A sound so soft as to entrance and set the human heart to dance throughout the years. And though one strum its silver strings, as west wind bends the boughs of spring, no fiend appears. In days of yore they came in hordes, their hearts filled not with dulcet chords, but hateful urges. Yet now the hero's holy light has driven back the wicked night. No fiend emerges. The dark shall someday rise again. Sweet peace shall fall to fear and pain. But lift thy head. In memory our light shines on. Our legends live, though we are gone. So Erdrick said, and thus I, Galen, pen this rhyme, that it might speak in future time. To those inspired, lift that which sleeps beside my bones, drive dark back with its hallowed tones. The sacred lyre.
The sacred lyre. Might this be the Lyre of Ire? That verse, whence came it?
'Twas the work of a bard who once dwelled here in the town. One Galen of the Golden Voice. My father was much enamored of his work, and did recite it unto me from childhood.
So the lyre was possessed by Galen, who once lived here in Cantlin? Then let us seek out such places as the storied bard might have laid himself and his treasure to rest.
It shall soon be dark. Make use of the inn here in the town, shouldst thou have need of it.
Indeed, 'tis the least we might do for you who did bring our beloved priest home to us.
I'd prefer to keep moving, though, because we still have 2 boss fights to do and a bunch of cutscenes to go through.
Obey me. Obey me, I say!
You're seeing this, aren't you? His power is growing greater and greater. If this carries on, Alefgard is about to be plunged into an even deeper darkness.
Stay back, I said. Go away, go away. Ah. So we see what's going on in the fairy village. Unfortunately, that means can't do much about the sigils right now.
It's swallowing the village too. We need your help.
So, we have our destination. Before we do that, though, we're getting very close to ending off this episode, but I want to make sure we have a couple things ready to go. The first is I want my boomerang back, my swallowtail. Go ahead and put that in my equipment bag. We're not going to equip that yet. We also want the dragon shield. We'll go ahead and take that out. Again, we're not going to equip it just yet, though. Instead, want to make sure, yep, protects against both fire and ice attacks. Now, we're just going to go ahead and zoom on over to the fairy village. Be ready for a fight as soon as we get in here.
I'll hold it off. You lot run while you can. We can't give up yet. If we run and get help, there might still be...
Luckily for you fairies, your hero has arrived.
Very sleepy.
Every time we come into this town, we have to fight something. These are... dragon zombies. What we're going to be doing is we could go with a dodgy dance. I might do that. Dodgy dance is just such a good ability. Let's start with that.
Much better. Not today.
He attacks as it misses. Freezing Blizzard is the one attack we want to be a little careful of. As you can see, they can also heal. So what we're going to do is we're going to Wild Side. And then we are going to Muster Strength.
Thou shalt not escape.
And we have to survive this. It's going to be close. We might lose. I might not have wanted to do that. And then we're going to go for a Dragon Slash on the Dragon Zombie. 262. I should have done a Charge Dragon Slash. Oh, that sucks.
Oh no!
I might lose this now.
Have care!
No, we survive it. Becomes much easier once there's only one of these guys left. We'll be able to more heal twice. We're fine. Dodgy Dance wears off, but we can go for another Dragon Slash. Yeah, I could have done the double Dragon Slash, which is what I should have done, but I forgot to hold X. So, next we're going to go ahead and go back for another, let's heal first. I thought about it. I need him to go for a okay, that's perfect. Not quite what I wanted, but it works. Dodgy Dance. And then we're fine if my HP drops a little bit, because if we're below half, then what I'm about to do is going to go crazy. Freezing Breath. And now we'll just go for a double Dragon Slash. Devastating double Dragon Slash. One-shots him. Didn't even need to attack twice. There goes the Dragon Zombie. Again, it made it a little bit easier because of the Erdrick armor. At this point, you should go get the Erdrick armor if you can. If you already went through that last dungeon.
The chief still hasn't woken up, but she'll live, I think. Thank you. If you hadn't arrived when you did, we'd be...
But you're only one person. You can't keep the whole world safe single-handed. You couldn't even keep all of us safe. I'm sorry, I want her back.
We can't give in to fear. If we run, then what happened to us will happen to others. The world won't be safe. So we have to be strong, and we have to keep going. The world is being swallowed by the Dragonlord's darkness. And the only way to drive it back is with Rubus's help. Tails, we need to summon her as soon as possible. We need you to hurry. I don't actually think we can get the last sigil done until after we get the ire now. So go ahead, and before we do anything else, we have new objectives. You can see a few places marked, but we're going to start by going to Galenholm. Actually, I want to go to anywhere else because I don't want to accidentally trigger anything in Galenholm, so let's go to Cantlin instead. We're going to heal and save real quick before we go to our final boss battle of the episode. So, last thing we're going to do is make sure we equip the Dragon Shield. As a reminder, the Dragon Shield makes it so that way fire and ice breath attacks do less damage. We are missing out on a lot of defense, but when an enemy's main form attacking you is through breath weapons, you want to try to make sure you can negate that as much as possible. So, with that, we're going to zoom to Cole for our final boss battle and final thing we're doing this episode, which I know this one was a little bit longer, but I had a goal. You'll see what the goal is as soon as we actually get into this. So what we're going to do is we're just going to head north here. Please, I beg of thee, not the child. Into which shall we sink our fangs first? The meat of the children is surpassing succulent, and as such it shall make a fine dessert. Indeed, indeed, the sweetest of meat. Thou hast a fine skull on those bony shoulders. Then let us first attack the main course with gusto. Any last words? Evidently not. Back, demons, you shall not touch a hair on their heads. Hey, look, it's the Royal Guard. The guy that left his post. Beloved, art thou unharmed? Father. He was unharmed. No! Tis enough to bring tears to one's eyes. Thou wilt have an ample time to continue thy heartwarming reunion in the next life. But the hero will arrive. 'Tis thee, the tiresome do-gooder from the Weeping Isle. Canst thou not keep the nose from others' business? Fine, then thou shalt be the first to visit the afterlife. So, this fight is actually a lot more challenging than the basic pink versions. We're going to open with a wild side. We want to do as much damage as possible, as quick as possible. We're going to be going for Dragon Slashes because it's a little bit more damage than our Gust Slashes. So we're going to be doing about 100 damage. Now he is buffed a little bit. The problem is he's going to have multi-heal. So he's going to be able to heal up 87 damage, which is essentially one of our attacks every single turn. So one of the reasons we're using this is that way we can try to pump out as much damage as we can before he starts healing it off. And there we go. Now he calls for backup. And this is the reason we actually brought our boomerang, because we are going to... Can I not? Oh, equipment. Oh my gosh, there we go. I was so scared. We're going to equip the Swallowtail. We're going to go for another attack. This should get rid of both of the pink fireflies or dragonflies. We'll go ahead and kabuff. We can then go ahead and switch back to our Siren Sword. And go for another Wild Side. There's his Freezing Blizzard. That is the reason we went ahead and equipped the shield we did, because that is his main form of damage in this fight. Dragon Slash. Ooh, we missed one of them. There we go, 105. Okay, we can go one more turn before we need to heal that up. So let's do a Enhanced Dragon Slash for devastating double Dragon Slash. Perfect. No, we got frozen with fear. Oh, we can lose right here. Oh, thank God. Okay, we're still in it. More heal. We should get that off twice. He Accelerattles, which is another problem. Acceleratle makes it so he acts first in combat. It's probably the last wild side we're able to get off here because of our MP. Go for a Dragon Slash. Let's really hope he does enough to put me at half again. Missing both of those is the worst case scenario. Okay. We might have enough here. Double dragon, double dragon. No. He's just barely holding on. Oh, no. We go for normal attacks. There we go. We just barely close it out. If we hadn't missed those two Dragon Slashes, we would have been fine.
Such a grave sin.
And there you go. It's all about going quick. Kill that guy before he can do any real damage to you. We get 10,000 XP and 3,500 gold coins. And that's enough to take us to level 31. Curse. Bested by a mere human. Ugh. The fiend dropped something ere it faded. Tails obtains the ultimate key. My thanks, stranger. Tails? Princess Gwaelin? Heavens be praised! As you are both full aware, my fear of monsters is great indeed, so great that I did quit the detachment sent in search of thee, princess. And now thou comest once more to my aid, Tails. I fear I cut a far from heroic figure. Nonsense, thou art a hero in mine eyes, father. Thou didst come to mine and mother's aid in our time of greatest need, and right handily too. Indeed, and hadst thou not, we would surely have been devoured. Thou art a hero in both our eyes, beloved, and ever shalt thou be so. Full thankful am I to you both. The thought of losing my wife and child was 1,000 times worse than that of losing my own life. Before I knew it, I was charging at the fiend like a man possessed. I have recovered my courage, for I know now wherefore I must fight. And fight I shall, to protect the two of you and my home both. And so, there we go. We got the ultimate key in our possession. That's my final checkpoint I wanted to get before getting to the final dungeon. So, in the next episode, we are going to go ahead and start by going around the world to every place we visited, including some dungeons, and using everything we can with the ultimate key. I will see you guys then.